Hey, it's Nate with another piano tutorial. Today I'm doing Dirty Work by Steely Dan. I'm going to be focusing on the Wurlitzer electric piano part from the recording. Let's jump in. Alright, so first off, I recommend you get the chords and lyrics chart. There's a link down in the description. That'll help you follow along and see where the words and the chords line up with each other. Let's start with the intro. Here's the chords for that, and this is basically the same thing as the chorus, so we'll knock out a big chunk of the song here. So we're going to start on a C sharp major chord. I'm going to do a C sharp here, and this is middle C here, so an octave lower for the bass note up on the C sharp. And then in the right hand, I'm going to do a G sharp, a C sharp, and a F. So it's an inversion on a C sharp major. We also need an F sharp major. So we're going to come down here to my fifth finger on the F sharp for the left hand, and then just all black keys, F sharp, A sharp, and C sharp for the right hand. Now for this A minor 7, the right hand's going to do the exact same thing we did for the C sharp. So the G sharp, C sharp, and F, but the left hand is playing A sharp there with the third finger. Let's do one more chord here, which is going to be the B major, kind of a surprising sounding chord in the progression. We've got a B here, and then F sharp, B, and D sharp. So a lot of these chords are inversions. I'll come back to that little C detail, but let's just talk about the rhythm for a second. We're in 4/4 time. I'm feeling it fast, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So each of these measures gets those 4 counts. And I'm going to be playing on beat 1 in the left hand, and then not hitting the right hand chord until beat 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this next measure is where we have that really cool. It's a little tricky both in terms of the rhythm and the execution. So if you want to skip it and just do B and do the same rhythm, that totally sounds good. But I will give you the full thing here. So we are going to step up to an inversion on a C major chord here. So we step up C in the left hand, G, C, and E there. And that happens fast. We'll talk about the rhythm in a second, but you end up back on C sharp major because it loops around 3 times that first line there. To get the timing on the right hand chords, we need to think in eighth notes. So thinking 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, dividing the beats in half. And we're going to hit the B chord on the and after 3. So it actually waits a little longer to hit than we're used to from the other measures. Then the and after 4 for the C chord. So that C chord really sneaks in the last possible eighth note of the measure before we are up to the C sharp again. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. And then, so that is me hitting the C sharp on the repeat. And for just that moment, we do hit the right hand chord on beat 1 with the left hand, and then again on 3. So from that B again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and that is it, repeating back. Another option, if hopping your hand up like that is just too much for you right now, you could do just the top 2 notes of the chord, maybe 1 and 3, 2 and 4, 3 and 5. That still sounds pretty good. And then hitting the full chord there. So after you go through that line 3 times, there are just 2 more measures left, and it's just a measure of the C sharp and the F sharp. And then it does go to the A sharp minor 7 there, but that is actually the verse starting. It's kind of cool. The verse and the intro are kind of smushed together in this cool way. But I want to give you the option to do that little saxophone melody on those 2 measures. So here's what it's going to sound like when I play it. So on that C sharp, that's after we've just come up, and we're gonna hit it full chord on the first count, 1, 2, and then I'm gonna go 3, 4. I'm actually gonna add the C sharp there, 3, 4. So it's just a melody on the D sharp to the C sharp. And when I do that, I'm not gonna hit the F, just so that we get the melody notes as the highest thing to catch the ear. Go down to the F sharp, and we're gonna do, essentially, we're going to be doing an inversion on this F sharp. So A sharp, C sharp, and F sharp. And I'm going to do, so G sharp, F sharp, and that's the same rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba-da. But do feel free to skip that melody. Okay, I'm going to play through the whole intro now, and then we can move on to the verse. So this is the third repeat. And then you land in A minor 7 for times are hard. So yeah, let's do this verse. Here are the chords for the first two lines of the verse. And we're gonna be doing the same general rhythm, left hand on beat 1, right hand on beat 3. I'm gonna add a little more left hand rhythm in a minute, but so we've got A minor 7, just like we did it before. Then we've got D sharp minor 7. So coming up here to the D sharp with my left hand thumb, and then we've got A sharp, C sharp, D sharp, and F sharp. You could leave out the D sharp here, but I like it in there. Then we've got this G sharp 7, G sharp dominant 7. I'm gonna keep my fifth finger on this F sharp, go down to the G sharp in the left hand. So we've got G sharp, C, D sharp, and F sharp. And now notice when we come up here for the C sharp major 7, these two fingers stayed in the same place that they were from the G sharp 7. So we've got G sharp, C, and F there. There is this cool little thing here that sounds like this. It is optional, but what you're gonna do is on beat 4, play a A sharp and a D sharp together. Notice that that's the top two notes of the chord, just each stepping down a whole step. 2 half steps there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So just on 3 and then 4 for that. Let me play that whole line, and just to add a little more energy, I'm also gonna play the left hand on beat 4. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, like that. So times are hard, you're afraid to pay the fee, so let's keep going here. Now we've got this F sharp, same way we did it before, then to a B, same way we did it before, to a C sharp, same way we did it before. Then we've got this really nice moment on the do the job for free. So we've got this G sharp major chord. It's inverted and it's over a C for the bass note here. So C, D sharp, and G sharp for the right hand. And notice for these two measures here, we've got 2 chords crammed into each, so each of those chords gets 2 counts. We're gonna just hit the left hand and the right hand together on beats 1 and beat 3 of each measure. So on beat 1, we've got that G sharp over C. Now here's another A sharp minor 7, but it's voiced differently. For a bunch of these chords here, we're gonna keep our fifth finger on the G sharp here. And so stepping down to the A sharp here, and the bottom 2 notes are just stepping down to A sharp and C sharp here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're back to G sharp for the right hand. It just goes right back from where you came, but this time you're actually playing a G sharp down here. So we're just walking down with the left hand notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Again, we're gonna walk down, step down to this F sharp major 7 here. Nice sounding chord here. Right hand's just gonna do A sharp, C sharp, and F. So again, this whole 2 measures is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll play through that whole line. It's gonna be, so you find yourself somebody who can do the job for free when you need a bit. So that's the second half of the verse starting. Here's the chords for the second half. It's really the same exact thing, but the last 2 measures are different. So we have this D sharp minor 7 here. Right hand's gonna be voiced like we did it in the first line of the verse, but I'm gonna do octaves in the left hand. This is really just leading into the energy of the chorus. So D sharp here, and we have a full measure of it where we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, but then we have 2 more counts of it. We can think of it as a measure of 2/4 time, and I'm gonna play on every single 8th note in both hands. 1 and 2 and, before we just slam into the chorus. So let me play through that whole 2 lines, the second half of the verse. When you need a bit of loving, 'cause your man is out of town, that's the time you get me running, and you know I'll be around. Okay, now we are in the chorus. And we already learned the chorus. Here's the chords for that again. A couple of little differences though. I am going to play octaves the whole time. And you could keep the rhythm simple like that. I think that's what the keyboard part is actually doing on the recording, but the recording also has drums and guitar that give it a little more rhythm and energy. So if you want to do something on beat 4, it could just be the top note of the octave. I'm going to just play around with that. I'm a fool to do your dirty work. Oh yeah. I don't want to do your dirty work no more. Again, you could just do no more. And then again, for those last 2 measures, I am going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we are in another verse. That verse is the same as the first verse, just different lyrics, of course. Then we've got another chorus, just like the first chorus. Then we've got the bridge or the sax solo section. So I'll show you the chords for that. Here are those, and I'm going to go down to single bass notes because we're coming off the chorus where we were doing octaves. So I'm going to do the G sharp like this, different inversion than we had it before. So D sharp, G sharp, and C here. Single note there with my 3rd finger. And all through this section, we're just pulsing quarter notes on every count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for this F minor, we got 2 of the notes in common. We're just going to take the bottom note up to an F and go down to an F bass note here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It does that twice. So again with the G sharp for 2 measures, F minor. And I'm just holding the bass note for each of those chords through the 2nd measure of each. Now we're going to step up to this F sharp major. So same as we were doing before, just an octave higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to G sharp. And now this is yet a different inversion, a root position G sharp. So G sharp, C, and D sharp here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then this D sharp minor 7 part is the same as it was at the end of the verses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and. Which brings us into the final chorus. Here's the chords. Couple interesting and tricky things here. It starts out just like all the other choruses. One difference is starting on the 2nd repetition through, they start pulsing on 8th notes on the B and the C up. So dirty work no more. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and I think that's an optional detail, but on the recording, it just loops around a bunch of times, going back and forth between the 2 lyrics. I'm a fool to do your dirty work, and I don't want to do your dirty work, and the recording fades out. It's hard to do when it's just you and piano. So I'm probably just going to do 4 repetitions through this and end on the 4th line. I don't want to do your dirty work no more. And just end on that B. It sounds a little unresolved, but I think that's kind of a cool feeling. If that sounds super unresolved to you, you could also then go up and end on a C sharp like that. But however it feels right to end it for you, that is the end of the song. Okay, thank you for sticking with me. I am now going to do a full playthrough so you can see how all these parts fit together. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Also subscribe to my channel. Click the bell so you know when I put out more videos like this one. And here's my version of Dirty Work.
Times are hard, you're afraid to pay the fee, so you find yourself somebody who can do the job for free. When you need a bit of loving, 'cause your man is out of town, that's the time you get me running, and you know I'll be around. your dirty